First one I started doing was Dr. Phil. He was one of those ones that was very popular with the young people because they really connect with the man who he just understands how you live life to the fullest, and young people appreciate that.
Been doing George Bush for a long time, number of years. Basically, when he was Governor Bush, I grew up under him in Texas and started just moving on forward from there, and sort of kept on doing it. Actually, when I went to vote in 2008, I dressed up as Bush and came into the voting booth and said, "Hey, if you're going to talk like that, you got to go outside. You can't talk like that while you're in here. You're going to affect voters." I was like, "Come on."
Clinton's a little bit harder to do, but basically just same sort of presidential demeanor, just a little bit more sexual, and the bite for that.
Matthew McConaughey is a good one. Basically, just you gotta slow stuff down. Gotta do a southern accent and just hit on everything that walks by. Guys, girls, it don't matter. Just gotta learn to diversify, brother.
Actually, when I start drinking, I do a pretty wicked Boston accent. It's something I'm a huge Red Sox fan, so as soon as that, the beers start flowing, the lager starts flowing, then I just start picking it up for no apparent reason. I think because I always sort of liked the Boston accent, especially with that movie The Departed, it was like perfect. So I sort of just imitated that and have sort of picked that up and sort of make it my own. A New York accent's another popular one. Basically, with that one, you just gotta slow things down, a little bit of Italian, a little bit of just sort of like a prick, all right? You just gotta be really pissed off about whatever you're doing. Just focus on that. The Chicago accent came about after I had been here for a while. A gentleman I worked with had a Bridgeport accent, so I had to start learning how to do that one. And prior to moving here from Colorado, I figured I better start learning how to do it and not be too much like the guys from SNL and the super fans, because that was a little too dramatic. But after meeting some people from Bridgeport, I realized that that's actually pretty spot on. Now, the southern accent came about, actually, I spoke like that until I was about 13. I don't realize I had an accent. I just, went every day to school. I hung out with people that talked with a southern accent, so I didn't even notice I had it until I was transplanted to Colorado and got picked on a lot for it, because they really don't like Texans in the area I was at. So I had to get rid of that, focus, try to find a different voice to sort of blend in and stuff, and not get picked on anymore. But every time I hang out with family and friends, it starts coming back up. I do a Jewish one. That is more of another sort of New Yorker, Jersey one, but just very sort of insecure, very sort of just, I don't know what's going on. I'm very worried about things. With the hurricane, oh my God, I was so concerned about everything that was coming on. I told people, I was like, you watch the news, all right? If it's hitting the shore, we're getting the hell out of here, all right? And a lot of people stay at the shore. I said I didn't want to, so they had what was coming to them in a sort of way. Not this. I'm not saying like that, but just it was there was a lot of warning. Okay, and I had certain things going on in my body that warned me that something bad was about to happen. All right. A British one is more of a Cockney version. I've been doing that one for a long time as well. I really like the Cockney accent, but if I do find that I have to sort of pass off as British, I go, told people from Britain, I go for the more dignified British version, which is more, sounds more noble, a little bit more proper, and not as, I guess you consider the Cockney the rednecks of Great Britain. So, my family is actually from Ireland originally, so I had to learn that one pretty quickly as well, just to sort of do something fun for my homeland, because a lot of people were asking me how my ancestor talked, so I started doing that one. But then for Scottish, I started looking at history, and of course saw Braveheart, so that one came back pretty fast too. A nice little hybrid I've learned. I went to a restaurant and actually had a Scottish waiter, and he was offering me haggis and stuff, and I was like, I'm not for that, but I tried to pass off as Scottish, and I've done pretty well so far. The African accent I actually got while I was living in Chicago, because I live in a very African neighborhood, and a lot of the shopkeepers go, "What are you going to buy? Get in here now. All right, you want a phone card? I have many phone cards for you. Cab drivers as well. You don't have cash? Get out of my cab. First time I came here, African cab driver was yelling at me because I got in, just needed to ride 10 blocks. It was raining, but he didn't think that was far enough. He's like, I've been waiting here for 4 hours. You make me drive this far? This is not far enough. You want to go to the airport? I was like, no, I don't want to go to the airport, but he was really pushing me to that. Another one is my Arab. I have focused a lot on Israel and Palestinian interactions, and the Arab one that came about from watching a lot of stuff about Middle Eastern history and studies, and taught a lot of Arab-speaking people. And of course, I try to do the Indian one, but not in a way that is offensive to people. Not the quickie mart, not the apu, just in a sort of way that is more real to how they actually talk. I guess I can sort of end on the Quimby / Kennedy note, which some have been saying for a while. It is my firm belief that we should legalize prostitution, because I think these girls need to have some way to get through college, and I am all about our kids' future.